Coming out as transgender takes a big leap of confidence. It takes a lot of courage, and you know what? It's hard. Sometimes the people you tell you that it is hard to understand. Transgender? Whoa, that's crazy. I don't quite get it. It's hard for me to understand how that's hard. I could go genderqueer on you, and yeah, that's another step up in trickiness, but it's really, if you give it some time, it's not that hard. In a way, the F to M and M to F people, being on the opposite ends of the spectrum, that is like the easiest thing to understand ever. It's, for example, let's say you're born a man, and you're just a regular straight guy, and you have a girlfriend. Well, guess what? Being transgender is like if you were your girlfriend tomorrow. Whoa, ooh, that's crazy. Yes, it is crazy. Being transgender it sometimes feels like you're crazy. If a woman doesn't understand, it's as if that woman looks in the mirror and sees a man and is like, what the hell, that's a big ugly man. Oh, that's what it's like being transgender. Let me tell you some things that are hard. Learning Japanese when you speak English and you're 25 years old, it's hard. The grammatical structure is all different. The letters are all different. That's fucking hard. Rocks are hard. Sometimes really abstract mathematical concepts are difficult. Simple addition is pretty easy. But teaching dogs simple addition, that's hard.
Okay, dogs. All you have to do is bark the answer. Ready? 1 plus 2. No, that's too low. It's higher.
That's hard. You know what's not hard? He becomes she. She becomes he. Those are like 2 and 3 letter words. Now sometimes I get a little confused about how to spell definitely. I never really pick up on it, but then the spell check says, no, that's not spelled right. And I'm like, definitely, I'm just spelling it how it sounds. Okay, I'll add an E. Oh, you don't want an E. Okay, that's kind of hard. It's a lot of letters. Okay, but she, he, those are not very many letters. Those are easy. Those are hella easy. I feel really bad for people who can't do the he and she very easily. I give a lot of flexibility to people with Tourette's when they can't, speak super smooth. And there's stutters, and there is extreme dyslexia. But he and she, for most average people, is pretty easy conceptually to get. People say they keep forgetting, and I say, why do you have an early onset of dementia? I find injecting things into my leg is kind of hard, but I don't think just politely trying to understand another person's reality is that hard. I don't hear them mixing he and she up all the time, but just with me. I wonder what makes it so hard about me. I'll try and make your life easy. I will try. You know what is hard? My dick. Maybe I should be more compassionate. Maybe being cisgender is really tricky and there's lots of concepts that are crazy.